So I like Utah to beat Oklahoma State in the Big 12 championship game. So Utah will be the Big 12 champion. All right. The ACC, I like Miami to beat Florida State in the ACC championship. Miami, don't let me down, Miami. I mentioned that before. I like Georgia over Texas. They play twice. Georgia wins twice. Over Texas, okay, in the SEC championship. And, of course, the Big Ten, Ohio State loses at Oregon, but they come back in the championship game at a neutral site game, and they beat Oregon. So Ohio State will get the higher seed because they won the conference championship, okay, if that makes sense. So you've got the conference champions there, all right? Now, this is all educated guess. This is the first year. I don't think anybody's going to get this right because, like I said the other day with the Mad New Yorker, who knows who knows about a TCU 2 years ago getting to the national championship game? Who really would have thought? I thought Washington had a good team. I didn't think they'd make it an. So we don't know. It's all educated guesses, folks. It's all an educated guess. All right. Now, obviously, the 1 seed will be, it's going to get a bye week, Georgia. Okay. The 2 seed, Ohio State, the Big Ten winner, they're going to get the bye week. And, of course, the 3 in Miami. And then, of course, Utah will be the other one because they won their bye weeks. Okay. And then, of course, my 5th seed will be Oregon. Oregon's going to get 1 loss. They'll lose in the conference championship game. My 5th seed will be Oregon. My number 6 seed, they're the ranked 6th team in the country, Ole Miss. They're going to lose somewhere. I just don't know where. They're going to make it through, and somehow they're going to end up not getting to the conference championship. They could this year. It's 20 out of 22 starters back, and they've had a big transfer portal. They could get past Texas. Texas has some running back injuries. But right now, I have Ole Miss as the 6th seed, Notre Dame as the 7th seed. All right. Penn State as the 8th seed. Okay. Penn State may be the better team, but they might not have the better record than Notre Dame. All right. 9th seed is Texas. The 10th seed is Tennessee. I've talked about Tennessee. I really thought hard about this, folks. I think that the committee will find a way to get Florida State in. I think they're going to find a way to get Florida State back in the playoff. Florida State's number 11, and number 12 is Missouri. Okay? Number 12 will be Missouri here. Okay? So now, first round. These are at the location of the home of the higher seeded team. Okay? I think Oregon's going to play Missouri in Eugene. Oregon will beat Missouri. All right. So that's a win there for Oregon. All right. This will be a good one. The 6th Ole Miss versus the 11th Florida State. I like, obviously, Ole Miss to beat Florida State and move on. Notre Dame, Pickles. Notre Dame will play Tennessee. They've had a few matches there. And Tennessee's came back on them and beat them before, and Notre Dame's beat Tennessee before. So Notre Dame will be upset by the 10 seed Tennessee Vols. All right. And Penn State, sorry, Texas, Penn State's defense rises up, and Penn State will beat Texas in the first round. Penn State will move on to the next round. All right. Second round. Pickle says Lane Kiffin couldn't mess up a free. That is true. Kiffin could mess this thing up. They did give up 50 points to Georgia last year. Anything can happen with Kiffin. All right. So now your big dogs are unleashed. They're off their bye weeks. Okay. So Georgia will play Tennessee again. And Georgia's going to beat Tennessee again. All right. Georgia, pretty handily win there. All right. And Ohio State, they play Penn State again. Wow. In the playoff. That'll be great. But I like Ohio State to beat Penn State. All right. Here's an upset alert here. Miami will play Ole Miss, and Ole Miss upsets Miami. Ole Miss upsets Miami, and the 6 seed upsets the 3. All right. And then Utah will lose to Oregon. Utah's not that good on the road, not unless they're playing USC. So Oregon moves on. Okay. Next round. All right. Georgia will play another SEC team. It'll be a tough game, but they'll win. All right. Georgia will beat Ole Miss. And they will advance. And Ohio State will beat Oregon. They will play Oregon 3 times. 3 times. They'll lose at Eugene come October. Ohio State will beat them in the conference championship game. And then Ohio State will also beat them in the playoff. All right. And then, of course, for the national championship game, Ohio State, with Chip Kelly, with this new quarterback, with all these transfers, they're going to come back, and Ryan Day is going to redeem himself, and he's going to beat Georgia. Remember, they got very close with Stroud, very, very close with Stroud to beating that Georgia team. This time, they come back and they beat Georgia and win the national championship.